and hello again, dear ones. Reverend Robert with you. Time for our midweek pick me up here on the New Thought Media Network. Now, this happens when do we do this? We do this on Wednesdays. So it happens every Wednesday, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. An opportunity to come together and get a pick me up, get an inspiring message and a little bit of music and a couple of things to go through our day. So, in order to get us started here, one of the things I always like to do is share a little bit about who we are. So, if this is your first time catching a New Thought Media Network broadcast, please know that we are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network, positively inspiring. And we have so many wonderful things that happen around this ministry. I'm not going to talk about them now. We're going to talk about them at the end of the evening. But what I like to do also is get ourselves started here by centering into a little bit of prayer. So if you're with me and you're in a comfortable and safe place, close your eyes and just come together with me and join in and know that there is only one thing happening here. Call that God. One power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that is right now operating as the love and the light and the beauty and the life and everything as God. And I know that oneness is revealing itself through and as my life, through and as the lives of each and every one that listens to this broadcast now at another time, in another dimension, whatever it may be. The oneness expresses itself through and as everyone, everywhere. So each, I know, is a vital and absolutely necessary aspect of God's life here on planet Earth. Each one an absolutely vital expression of the divinity that is God's life, taking form, taking shape, taking experience here, now, in this moment, in this evening, across all time. So I know there's something magnificent revealing itself here this evening. I know it is good, I know it is God, and I know it is great. And I'm ready to get it on. So we open this time with a great, great sense of absolute blessing, knowing it's all God, it's all good, and I let it happen. I let what wants to be just be. Please join me in this affirmation as we say together, and so it is. And so it is. And we're going to get started tonight with a little bit of music. You all know what this is about. And I want to set this up just real briefly before we do this. This is from the brand new Gary Lynn Floyd album and called My 88 Keys Volume 2, Quarantined. And this is one of the songs that has been written and recorded and created and brought forth here in the last few months. We did a broadcast with Gary not long ago, and he shared this song, and I want to share the official recording of it. So kick back, listen, and enjoy. This is Gary Lynn Floyd with Lead Me Where I'm Led.
I am stable and secure. I surround myself with joy. I take care of my well-being. Cosmic vibes that got me singing. I am stable and secure. I am stable and secure. I surround myself with joy. I take care of my well-being. Cosmic vibes that got me singing. I am stable and secure. From the soles of my feet to the top of my head. When the flow is complete, I will go where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Karen says I'm too blessed to be stressed. Eddie says I am the place where God shows up. Jamie says love is my religion, helps me make my own decision to be stable and secure. From the soles of my feet to the top of my head. When the flow is complete, I will go where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. Lead me where I'm led. I am stable and secure. I surround myself with joy. I take care of my well-being. Cosmic vibes, you got me singing. I am stable and secure. Karen says I'm too blessed to be stressed. Eddie says I am the place where God shows up. Jamie says love is my religion, helps me make my own decision to be stable and secure. From the soles of my feet to the top of my head. When the flow is complete, I will go where I'm led. Lead me 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 where I'm led.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's Gary Lynn Floyd, Lead Me Where I'm Led, from his brand new album. And what I want you to know is I love that song. And I use that as the title of today of what we're going to talk about here tonight. So lead me where I'm led, because in this time, I fully believe we are all being called. We are all being led to something. And there's no question that some of what's going on around in our world, and I don't actually need beats when I'm just talking to you, I need when playing music. Uh, there's so much that's going on that we're each being led to somewhere unique, somewhere individual. And now in this philosophy, we teach that there's really only one life, that everything's God and everything's happening for a reason. And we're all in this together. We're all moving in different ways to be together. And the reason I picked that song is I love the lyric, stable and secure, surrounding myself with joy. I am stable and secure when I surround myself with joy, when I remember to surround myself with joy. And when I do that, as I do that, then I am taking care of my well-being. The next line, take care of my well-being, cosmic vibes have got me singing, stable and secure. So we get into this place where we have this sense of, okay, if I can surround myself with joy and create that sense of well-being, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sing. I'm going to be able to sing. Well, what am I going to sing about? I'm going to sing about that great calling within me, where I am being called. So the first question I want to jump into today and really kind of contemplate to get us moving here is, where are you being called to reveal more of God? Now, I know that's a tricky question. I know it's kind of interesting because everything you're doing is God. Everything you're doing is the oneness, is all of life, is spirit. And so how could we possibly reveal even more of that? Well, we're going to find that as we go today. Because what we all have, that if you'll give me the liberty, we all have what I call a primary operating system. A primary operating system. Now, this primary operating system is based on our beliefs and our thoughts, what we hold as true, and we demonstrate, we create the conditions of our lives from that primary operating system. I'm not an Apple guy. I'll just say that. I'm a PC guy. I'm an Android guy. I never adopted the I everything and the I environment and the Apple environment. And so if you talk to me or try to send me files or anything in that, from that language, from that environment, I don't know what to do with it. it takes me longer to figure out what to do with it or find somewhere to convert it from this to that. So we get to a point where our primary operating system really is what we know. And it's going to operate and it's going to run in the almost as if we become unconscious of what's operating in our belief systems. We allow things to operate just because that's the way it always is. I'm always in the kitchen at 8:35 having a bagel in the morning. That's part of my operating system. It's become habitual, unconscious. So one of the things we're going to have to do here, and I want to turn to Ernest Holmes, the founder and originator of the science of mind. He reminds us that the divine mind is infinite, or no limits. It contains all knowledge and wisdom. But before it, the divine mind, before it can reveal its secrets, it must have an outlet. This outlet we shall be compelled to supply through our own receptive mentalities. So we are compelled to be the outlet through which divine mind reveals itself, but we can only do that when we're open and receptive to new ideas, to different ways of thinking, to different ideas and concepts. Truly, we are God's outlet. We are the place, and this, well, maybe, everybody knows how much I love music. We are the place where God shows up. It's in the song too. Eddie says, we are the place where God shows up. We are the place where God shows up. And I'll tell you, it's easy to forget that too. It's easy to let that become just part of the background systems, part of the primary system that's operating in the background, that knowingness that, hey, it's all good, it's all God, and everything's going along great, and I'm having a good life, and this is going well, and this is going well. And then a pandemic hits. And then there's an even greater call for social and racial justice and equity in our lives and in our world. And on top of that, we have to go even further. And there are even newer conversations, human trafficking, that are happening, that are emerging. And day by day, we see old systems dissolving and disappearing. And I'm not really sure that sports will ever really come back. Baseball didn't seem to do too well in their short-lived comeback. I haven't heard how the NBA is doing. I don't believe so. Things are melting away and new things are being born in their place. Now, in this newness, it's really easy to get caught into an older way of seeing. And I want to share something that I caught this the first time a handful of months back on the internet, but there's all kinds of great memes, right? So in this day when we're talking about social justice and greater racial justice and equity, along comes this meme. On the left, we have equality, three people of various statures standing on boxes, and one gets a great view of the ball game and another doesn't. And equity provides us with the insight that, well, we can utilize our resources differently so everybody has a chance to watch the ball game. And now the younger man of shorter stature can see the ball game. However, we've got to keep going. And we got to get to liberation. We've got to get to that place where we are removing the systemic barriers for all people of all types of access. And I've seen this meme with someone in a wheelchair. I've seen this meme in a number of different ways. What it's calling us to, I believe, is, again, to identify and remove the barriers, to be able to see things differently. And 10 years ago, right, I would have thought that the equality, equity piece was really all we had to go to. Some call that piece with liberation, justice as well. And I get it. 2020 has been a tough year for many people. It's been, let's just say it's been a roller coaster ride of things that need to be cleaned up in the collective consciousness of humanity so that we really can move forward and create a world that works for everyone. And at first, it was our healthcare system, and I think everybody knows our political system's been in free fall for a while. My opinion. We see it in other places, and along comes again the reminder that we're not done yet. when it comes to the race game. And it's not a game, excuse me, but we're not done yet when it comes to getting true liberation, true justice in this country in the face of our racial relations. It's now becoming also very, very apparent that now pretty much is the time to do our work when it comes to human trafficking, and specifically child sex trafficking. These are issues that we have to work with, and it can get to the point where, well, where do I put my energy? I can't. Can I do it all? Can I call for the arrest of the officers that killed Breonna Taylor every single day and not get tired? And can I add on to all these other things that are calling to us? I know we face fatigue. I know there's so many out there right now that are facing that kind of fatigue of saying, I can't do everything. And we're reminded by Janice Stanfield that I can't do everything the world needs, but the world needs everything I can do. Dr. Holmes also reminds us that to desert the truth in the hour of need is to prove that we do not know the truth. When things look the worst, that is the supreme moment to demonstrate that there is no obstruction to the operation of truth. When things look their darkest, that is the supreme time to demonstrate that through the power of prayer, through the power of an affirmative spiritual mind treatment, we do have the ability to change our thoughts, change our habits, change our beliefs, change our primary operating system, and create something differently, create something new. The world is beckoning for us to do it as it is. Everything's already fallen apart. I don't know if you've ever tried to slow down something once gravity has taken over and it's decided to fall. You're never going to stop it. Get out of the way. So it's easy to forget the truth, but it's even easier, however, to make the change. Because Holmes also tells us that what we demonstrate today, tomorrow, and the next day is not as important as the tendency which our thought is taking, the dominant attitude of our mind. If every day things are a little better, a little happier, a little more harmonious, a little more health-giving and joyous, if each day we're expressing more life, we're going in the right direction. Every day, just a little bit more. Every day, turning away from the darkness, turning away from the oh so easy pull to say it's a conspiracy, to say it's the government's fault, to go down the dark road of saying this is never going to be fixed. What's the sense? I just heard myself talking in a political discussion. I keep saying that about politics. I have a different opinion today. I saw something different today. I let something different into my consciousness that gave me a different perspective on what's possible and what's happening. So there is a call to love like never before. If we can make incremental steps, every day things are a little bit better, a little more love, a little happier, a little more love, a little more harmonious and loving, a little more health-giving and loving and joyous. If each day we bring just a little more love into the world. Thank you, Bob Simon. Put a little more love in the world. That song's not in the playlist tonight, sorry. If each day we do that, well, then we're moving in the right direction. And then we're moving towards creating a world that works for everyone. So where do we start? How do you do that? I love this meme. I see it all the time. Love thy neighbor, thy homeless neighbor, thy Muslim neighbor, thy black neighbor, thy gay neighbor, thy immigrant neighbor, thy Jewish neighbor, thy Christian neighbor, thy atheist neighbor, thy disabled neighbor, thy addicted neighbor, thy neighbor I have forgotten, thy neighbor that doesn't know they're my neighbor. Start to love really unconditionally. Perhaps not the behavior, but love the person. Love that the person you are connected with is expressing God in the best way they know how. Love them to a point where they can experience more love in their lives. It's been said that everything is either a call for love or an expression of love. a way to express love, or a cry out to experience and call in more love. So if we can be a little more loving or a whole lot more loving, either one works. So we have an affirmation for this week. I'd like to share it with you. And I want to share a little bit of music with you. And then we're going to share a prayer with you. If you will, check this out. Today, I choose to love everyone I encounter, no matter what. I choose love as my primary operating system. Would you say that with me, please? I know it's silly when we're all home alone. Today, I choose to love everyone I encounter, no matter what. I choose to love as my primary operating system. And once more, for those that didn't want to join in the first time, all together, please. Today, I choose to love everyone I encounter, no matter what. I choose to love as my primary operating system. Today, we get to love. And what I would like you to do is invite you to relax, kick back, enjoy one more piece of music here. And as this music ends out, I'll join in a moment of prayer. And we'll get back into our evening. This is Floyd Lula, God in Everyone. Enjoy.
Everything beneath the sun breathes like a harmonium. Pure perfection has begun, shining like a midnight sun. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone. Let me be an instrument, guided by an heaven sent. May these grapes of pain ferment, alchemize to love's content. Ever be a sacrament, knowing God is my intent. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. God, feel you all around. Oh, how you astound me with your grace. Rolling like a thundercloud, let me live my love out loud, standing for mankind and proud, baptized in a holy shroud. Peace be still and know me now, God is in all I have found. God, let me know your name. Hold me in the same breath as your word. Oh God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you style me with your grace. God, let me know your name. Turn me like Ezekiel's, hold me in the same breath. As your spirit I become. Oh God, I feel you all around. Oh, how you style me with your grace. Spinning like a prayer wheel, turning like Ezekiel's wheel. Nothing like a kiss seals your spirit I come. Knowing what I'm here for, beyond the distant shores, flowing from the infinite with your grace. Out of darkness I have come. I see God in everyone.
And I too see God in everyone. I see the love and the light and the beauty and the truth and the health and the wealth and the well-being of God expressing itself onto this planet, into the lives of each and every one everywhere, whether they're aware of it or not. Each one a divine expression of God's great gift of creation. And so I know that's happening inside the lives of each and every one here this evening, now on this call, on this broadcast, live, watching it another time, whatever it may be. The allness of God is present right now in all of this. So I claim for everyone here a deep knowing that yes, there is enough love to go around, that yes, God is in everyone, every smile, in every encounter, in every opportunity, in every connection, right there, the love of God meeting itself, God expressing and exploring and living its own life as each one of us. So I am in this moment filled with the great exploration, the great sense of excitement for what comes next, for how we get to do this thing called life together, for creating this grand vision of a world that works for everyone, this grand experience of allowing and supporting humanity as it awakens to its spiritual magnificence. There is good all around, all abounding. And I'm grateful to be a part of it. I'm grateful to share that with each and every one on this broadcast, those as a part of New Thought Media Network, those around the globe that don't even know we exist, all still coming together because deeply we are one. So I am grateful to recognize this truth, to speak this word, and to release this word into the law that must demonstrate, that by the very nature of the universe must demonstrate according to the beliefs and thoughts of this word. I raise it up and I let it be. And if any word of this has resonated in any way, please join us in an affirmation of this truth as we say together, and so it is. And so it is. And I want to thank you so very much for being here this evening, being a part of the New Thought Media Network family, and for your contributions, your tithes, your gifts, your offerings. There's a donation button in the description of this video. I thank you for pushing that button and putting something in the bucket. New Thought Media Network is a 501c3 nonprofit. You'll get a letter at the end of the year for all that tax stuff. But in the meantime, we want to thank you again for being here and being part of this. My name is Reverend Robert Brzezinski. I will be back with another one of these episodes next Wednesday night. However, we are here all the time. So check us out, 8:15 a.m. and p.m. right here on the New Thought Media Network with our morning and evening prayers. We've got so many different things going on, and I want to catch you up on a few of these things and let you know some of the things that we have happening. I think let's talk about Terry Paul Choice, because she released a new episode of her program, Feel the Flow. The first broadcast is on Wednesdays, 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time, and you can catch the replay Saturday at 10:30. That's over at newthoughtradio.net. Tomorrow, our brother Eugene's going to do his premiere episode of Real Talk with Eugene Holden. Such a great and glorious and grand time. And big news, if you're interested in learning more about who we are and what we do, hey, check out our expansion jam. It happens this Saturday morning, happens once a month on the third Saturday, 9 a.m. For half an hour, we share a little bit more about who we are, go into a little more depth of what we're doing and the vision for this great ministry. And then at 9:30, we connect in a Zoom room to share a little bit more and go a little bit deeper with things as well. You know, there is so much that happens. Wednesday morning, we do a meditation. Monday morning, we do a visioning experience. Friday mornings, we do a talk show. The prayer team is here, as I was saying, every evening, 8:15 a.m. and p.m. There's just so much. So please get involved, check us out, tune in, and share with a friend. My brother Elzia likes to say, share with a friend who will share with a friend who will share with a friend. And that's how we do it. I'm out of here for now, folks. Join us again later this evening. As I said, we'll be back at 8:15 for our evening weekend, our weekend prayer time. There we go. There's what I'm looking for.